Beneath the weight of an untold design, the hand of fate, broken lives intertwined. Buried our youth, crossed our hearts, wiped the tears from our misty eyes. In a world unkind, with the left behind, holding hands makes the blood in a bond divine. Sworn to be losers for life, but this time we won't hide. We stand on the line.
It's hard to feel myself, but you're miles away. I've been wondering why you cannot stay. Till the sky's blue when they're always gray. Trying to soothe myself, but I can't find a way. Diva, Diva, where did you go? I feel ya. Diva, Diva, where did you go? What did you go? It's hard to feel myself with you miles away. I've been wondering why you cannot stay. Till my sky's blue when they're always gray. Trying to soothe myself, but I can't find a way. It's hard to feel myself with you miles away. I've been wondering why you cannot stay. Till my sky's blue when they're always gray. Trying to soothe myself, but I can't find a way. Diva, Diva, where did you go? I feel ya. Diva, Diva, where did you go? What did you go? Where did you go?
Welcome, everybody, to tonight's Rocket League action. Tonight we will be playing up against Waynesburg University, and this is the last match of the regular season. If I am looking at these stats correctly, I don't think there are many implications for tonight's match as far as the season is concerned. I think Seton Hill is locked in at 4th seed for playoffs, and Waynesburg is out of playoffs. Unless something crazy were to happen in the regular season matches with the other teams. But I couldn't find that possibility. That being said, we are starting our bench. We have a deep pool of people that we've been able to choose from throughout the entire regular season so far, and we're trying to spread out some of the playing time to some of the new players to the program. They are working out some production issues over on their end, so whenever that is sorted out, we will be onto the pitch. I'm looking at a lot of screens here, trying to make sure that I'm not missing something. But as soon as we see one of them jump onto the field, the rest of our boys know the drill, and they will follow suit. They know the plan as well. We are here to give the boys playtime who haven't seen much of the field this season, but we're still here to win. And there are stipulations on the amount of playtime that they will get today. I'm not clicked in. Tried to change the song and it won't let me. Anyways, I made sure I got everything ready on my end so that I can change stats, get rid of screens, all that type of stuff. Just double checking that I've got everything prepared, and I mean, we're ready to go. Waynesburg earlier this semester beat us in a very close Smash Ultimate match. I think there were like 5, maybe 6 stocks between both of the teams by the end of it. So we're going to see if we can take some of that back tonight. And then we will likely see them in playoffs for Smash. We won't see them for Rocket League, but... There's one... ND44. Okay. I just made sure that the 3 players that they have were there. Which means has a prod I think that's it. It's just that guy is their production. I sent the message to see if there is still an issue. They know that we will join once we see one of them get onto the pitch. Hopefully we don't end up having an issue on our end, because that would be very confusing. But I, just like whoever else is watching, am just ready to get this underway. I haven't gotten a response in League OS, so I assume that means that they are sorting it out on their end, which I hope it doesn't take too much longer. This lobby will close if it takes too long, and then we'll just start all over again. All right, gonna do a little experiment. We're just gonna send this to break and hope that that causes something to happen. So I will be back when something is happening. See you guys in a little bit.
I'm searching for with a break of a day to follow away to you. 'Cause at the end of the day, I'm looking for no reason to change. 'Cause everything is good for you. Baby, I can see we're gonna shout it out to the sky. Tell our secrets to the night, so we can see the end inside. We're gonna shout it out to the sky. When I look into your eyes, I can see no better light, better light than love.
And it looks like it's fixed. So, we're jumping on in. Get us out of here. Cody, he's actually a senior to Seton Hill University, but he is essentially a freshman to the program. If he ends up going for like a graduate program, something like that, as long as he's considered full-time, he can continue to play for the team. And again, trying to beat out whoever was on kickoff. Very close to doing so. Cody again, he is just all over the ball today. His teammate Connor, ball all the way to the backboard. Oh, the blue car threw me off. I thought that was somebody dropping it off for a teammate. Nice touch from Connor there. Connor's waiting on the boost in the back. Cody's not gonna let Mountain wait any longer. Bumping, bit of physical play coming in. Comes off the sidewall, maybe in a good spot for us to do something with, but the Seton Hill squad taking their time with this one, and Cody's gonna clear this out, or at least attempt to. The ball is approaching the net, and Cody with the save. Oh boy. Big touch from Connor in the midst of some of the members of Waynesburg trying to track their way back to their own net. Is able to get this touch downfield that just advances us a little bit. Cody does not quite reach that one for the save though. And on a quick counterattack, Waynesburg find their first of the series. Oh yeah, Hobby, he's got the Longhorns. Oh my gosh, that might just be in. And it is. Connor finds a sneaky one off of kickoff. Just slams it off the sidewall and finds it on that right side of the goal. Just inside the post. Connor tracking this one back, going to pick up the side boost, but it gets pinched off of the sidewall. Trying to make it around that corner with pace for potentially one of his teammates. Connor up in the air again. Does not have any more boost in the tank, so the ball's going to get taken away. Cody looking this one down. He may have a follow-up touch. He does. And Waynesburg trying to track this one back. If we can get another touch on this, this could be a favorable spot for Connor. He's up. He puts the ball in the corner. Mountain getting bumps on the way out. Connor getting another challenge. Where's Cody? They do have the goal advantage at the moment, so they don't have to go for plays that they don't really think are high percentage. Connor doesn't quite make it around that defender. Cody makes it around one. The second one's going to pick it up. It's out in the middle. Not quite going to make it in the net. I'm wrong. Connor finds the back of the net on a bit of confusion from potential bumps. I think there might have been some of a bump from Cody there. Either way, Seton Hill, 2-goal lead. Connor now jumping from the back corner looking for something, and a bump comes through for Waynesburg. Cody makes him commit the flick. You had to force him to make that play, or else he was just going to hold on to the ball and encroach further and further on the Seton Hill net. This is going to be a center. He doesn't have any more boost to his name though. Cody gets a touch to the side of the field. I'm assuming Mountain told Connor to turn on that ball. Mountain though doesn't have any boost to his name, so he's going to make his way all the way back to the net. Connor trying to put a touch towards the net. The 50 comes through and it bounces straight up. Where's Mountain during all of this? He's probably going to be collecting this soon. A double commit from Waynesburg, and Connor's going to put this one straight into the corner to bounce directly upfield. It's gathered at midfield by Waynesburg. Off the backboard, Bump tries to come through, but he couldn't find the Seton Hill defender. So it buys us a little bit more time. About a minute left in this game one. And I don't really want to call them a JV squad because that's not exactly what they are, but they're holding their own so far. They still have a goal lead with a minute left, and they've done fairly well on their kickoffs thus far. First goal came in less than 10 seconds, I believe, and then the second goal for us was kickoff goal straight off of the sidewall. Ooh, that's one player out of the mix. That's two more players out of the mix, and Mountain finds the angle in the unforced error of Waynesburg. I can't believe his tag is 6'7". I don't know, you guys don't get a lot of backstory into this, but somebody's been trolling me. Somebody who has access to the 2 esports rooms here on campus, and they've been setting the thermostats to 6'7" whenever I leave. That is a touchdown field. Mountain is there, however. I failed to see him a moment ago when I was trying to take stock of the field. Boost steal from Hendy there. Touch from Cody. Just buys a little more time for the demo to come through. 15 seconds left. There's still a 1-goal lead. Decent kickoff. That's going to bounce awkwardly for Waynesburg. And honestly, just let more time run out. More time that they can't really afford to give us. That's not a great bounce. Mountain doesn't have a whole lot of boost to his name, but it's just going to find the ground. Nobody ended up getting there. Nice game 1 from the Seton Hill boys. Yeah, I got my screenshot. Cool. So, these boys know that they have to finish this game in 5. This is a best of 7, but the squad that is on the field right now, they have to finish the game in 5 games, and they have to not fall 2 games behind to remain on the field. If it reaches 5 games or they fall 2 games behind, we will bring the starting lineup in. Like I said, we're spreading playtime here, but we still want a win. It's like no changes. They didn't ready up their 4th member, so I don't think we will see any substitutions coming in from the Waynesburg side. Cody again. Decent kickoff. That is dangerous. Somebody needs to be there for the challenge. And Waynesburg take a solid goal. I mean, off the backboard, nobody makes contact with the ball really whatsoever other than Waynesburg after kickoff. And they're going to put the boys to the test. Waynesburg again on the attack. The 50 is able to keep the ball from being in too dangerous of an area. He's got control. He flicks over one, and now it's going to be Cody against another. Good touch. Connor's up. He's out of boost, however. He didn't have enough boost to get up to that ball. He went for it anyways. The boost steal and the demo and the bump come through to clear out the goal. He's still bumping Mountain. And they're going to go for their second goal of game 2. Faked out with the touch. Not a lot of boost here. And he's just not able to leave the ground to block that second goal. We're not even a minute into this one. Oh, wait a minute. I realize my graphic is wrong. They set up the lobby wrong. Seton Hill is on the left side, and Waynesburg is on the right side. Seton Hill is blue. Hendy trying to take the ball downfield, trying to scoop up some of these small pads to put anything at all in the tank. Challenge comes through. Another member of Waynesburg is there, though. He's got control. He doesn't get the flick over, and Connor's looking for boost. The demos are coming through in the back. We need to be more aware of that big touch downfield. Connor, again, not able to get the boost. Almost gets the ball clean around this player. Cody doesn't get a touch. Mountain going to clear it out, but straight to one of the members of Waynesburg, and Cody gets the ball out to the side. Mountain, big touchdown field, going to be gathered up, I think, easily by Waynesburg. Now Connor looking to get pace on this ball. And that's going to be 3-0 for Waynesburg in game 2. There's still 3 minutes left. Sorry guys, I'm trying to make sure I take care of something real quick. And that's going to be a 4th for Waynesburg. Okay, so this needs to swap and then update. And then we can take it away again. Cool. All right, I'm fully back now. Still over half the game left. So there is room for a comeback. Cody's up. He's not able to get there before the Waynesburg defender is. And Mountain just goes clean over the ball, gets demoed. I'm not sure if he was able to get that boost beforehand. Cody gets the touch off to the side. Connor going to look to try to follow it up. But Cody going to gather his own block. Doesn't get the flick around the Waynesburg defender. And now they are converting from Waynesburg defenders to attackers, or at least trying to. Cody going to put one on net. Defended easily and knocked off to the side. Soft touch from Connor, keeps it in the corner. He's got it past one. The flick doesn't do us any favors, and Waynesburg go up 5 points to 0. Mountain going to pick this one up. He's going to be able to follow it in the air with that big pad that he grabbed. Gets another touch off the backboard, but it's not exactly what we want. Connor now trying to look for the ball midfield, mid-air. 3D chess, everybody. No more touches on this, or else it's going to go past the net. And now Mountain's going to have to rotate out behind his teammates. Connor touches it off to the side, but it's straight into the middle. Waynesburg picking this up onto the attack again. Connor gets a touch, but it's straight to one of the members of Waynesburg, and they find a 6th. The Fall Guys. Just realized what that was. Ooh, Connor, bad touch. Ends up going back towards our net. Mountain is able to pick up a boost, gets it past 1, gets it past 2. The third is able to gather this pretty comfortably, however. And now off the sidewall with boost. He's got a... Maybe he just barely didn't get that flip reset. And maybe he wouldn't really know what to do with it if he gotten it. Oh no. We've set ourselves up for the Brazil. Or the best comeback in history. Oh boy. Is this happening? I mean, I think all that player had to do was continue to drive straight, just maintain his car. Kickoff's really looking like the area where Seton Hill are really finding their rhythm. 3 goals in the last 15 seconds. Are they really going to do this? It is, at the very least, going to help with momentum going into game 3. But this one's not over yet. Oh my gosh, I thought that was another one. Connor trying to get something on it. He gets it slightly further off the backboard. Cody going to miss it in the air, however. And Mountain puts it back in the center. I don't know if anybody was able to get boost in the meantime. Another touch. It's going way too far downfield, though. Mountain's going to scoop up this boost and try to get the save. He narrowly misses the post and gets it off into the corner. Mountain now goes for the bump. Connor's got the ball. It's off the sidewall hard. Nobody in the middle, though, to shoot that. Now, this game will go in favor of Waynesburg, but the momentum has shifted back to at least neutral. Waynesburg bearing their fangs, or I don't know, maybe, oh, that was a premature Badoo. That happens to the best of us. Get. That's the real Badoo. All right. And just like last week, this is now a best of 5. As far as the boys are concerned that are on the field currently, it is a best of 3, but let's not worry about that until the time comes. We're ready for game 3 as soon as everybody else is. But what a landslide from Waynesburg in the first half of that game. And we're right back to it. Let's see who can get the momentum in this game and take a firm grasp on the series. That's a big touchdown field. They get a touch off to the side, which makes it less dangerous, believe it or not. And that could have been a very pivotal touch. Bumps coming through. Mountain going to jump. He gets the save off to the left side. Connor going to look to try to challenge first. No boost for anybody. Waynesburg just cleaning up the back canisters of Seton Hill. Connor not able to get to that ball first and gives Waynesburg their first goal of game 3. And the equalizer. All right. I think it's safe to say nobody has momentum anymore. This is turning out to just be a all-out brawl. Polska? Is that guy's skin like Croatia or something? All right. He's got boost. He's just got to worry about this one defender who puts the ball across, clear across the other side of the field. Cody gets a challenge, and now he's going to be off of the ball pretty much. Touch gets it past one. I hope Cody is over here back post because he's going to need to be. Mountain gets a bump. Where is Cody? Is controller DC? Well, his 2 remaining teammates are doing everything they can to keep this ball out of the back of the net, even looking to score a goal of their own, but they're currently in a 2s rotation in a 3v3. And Connor with a big touchdown field. Not quite going to find. Well, we got to find a court quick. Even though all of this is going on, Mountain, oh, Cody's back? Question mark? It looks like he's moving at the moment. Mountain and Connor were able to keep the ball out of the back of the net for the duration of that. Yeah, even with the controller disconnect, Connor and Mountain were definitely able to apply some pressure, getting some shots onto the scoreboard here. And now Cody looking like he's regained his confidence, trying to make plays downfield. Maybe his controller's disconnecting every now and then. Going for the challenge there. Mountain playing safe as the third man back gets a touch off the backboard, gets it past 2, 3. There should be another player here trying to gather him. Mountain, big touchdown field. Cody looking like he's okay for now. But we will see as the game goes on. Game is still tied with only like less than 2 minutes. That was a decent bump to get that player off of the ball. That's almost a touch over the final defender of Waynesburg. Cody trying to put this one out to the center. Touch going to be here for Mountain. He puts it back into Connor. Very nice play. I don't know if we got a bump over here, but oh, the ball is gathered and scooped over the net by Waynesburg. Boost steal from Waynesburg results in team bumps. And the ball getting sent back to the corner. A little bit of panic from the SHU defense results in a double commit and gives Waynesburg back the lead. The Seton Hill boys have a minute to find this goal to equalize the series. Or game 3. Mountain doing what he can. Tries to get it into the center. Connor over here to gather it. It's off of the sidewall. He gets another touch, but the Waynesburg defense doesn't even flinch. It's in the middle. Connor hits the post. He almost hits both posts on the way out. Mountain has boost, he's turning. He doesn't get the flip reset. Mountain has boost in front of their net. Ball's hit off to the side. Cody tries to go for something, but he's not able to make it to the ball. Off the backboard. Cody tries to put it deeper downfield. Connor, no boost. Goes for the ball anyways. 10 seconds. Mountain? It's out there. It's up. It's still headed this way. There's still an opportunity, and it's going to make contact with the ground. And I believe we are sending in the other 2 members. So, this will be a completely different lineup going out onto the field. I need to post this. And now we will have a completely different looking roster joining the pitch. I'm trying to make sure I got everything set up over here. should be good. And here we go. This should be a change of pace that Waynesburg should not be immediately able to adjust to, but we will have to see. They do have confidence in their ability to play, and right off the bat, they don't care. Miscommunication from the boys. They didn't go up and grab boost. Tart seemed like he was a little late. I don't really think that was Tart's fault. But it's nothing that the boys can't get over once they warm up into this match. This is game 4, right? Ball is in the center. Strikers all the way back, looking for boost. Gets it off the sidewall. He's going to continue with the ball, puts it out in the middle. The Waynesburg defense finds it though. Demo comes through. He took our boost, we took his car. Off the sidewall, Tarts is able to match it. He gets another touch off the backboard, but it's not truly beneficial to our cause, but now it's straight up in the middle. Tarts is going to try to turn back around. He puts it in the center, but I don't think Blaze is going to be able to make it back to this ball. He never even made it far enough to get any boost. However, Charlie and Russ in the backfield have gathered enough boost to clear out anything that could come their way. So let's see what they do with it. Who's going to be there? It's out in the middle. Charlie doesn't have any boost to do anything with this ball. He's going to see if he can gather this one. He goes for a 50. Russ going to try to claim this ball for himself, but it's going to get touched out in front of the net for his teammate. They go for an offensive play that's going to get cut back to the back wall. Very confused. Is that just it? They're able to catch them on the counterattack and equalize the game. 3 minutes left. Oh, Charlie. He did take a significant amount of time off of the controller to watch his teammates, I believe. So I do think they are having to warm back up into this series. Up onto the ceiling, doesn't get the challenge, but we do get the clear. Charlie's downfield taking their boost. Nothing is spawning for Blaze, but he's still going to try to he tries to fake him to get the ball out into the center. Charlie's up. Strikers should be able to catch this one. Nice passing play, and that should be to Charlie. He's going to be able to get it to the wall. He's got a little bit of boost, not everything. And it's enough to cause problems. Oh, the boost spawns underneath Blaze. He should be able to keep this from coming back across the front of the net. At least for one member. And the demo comes through. They're going to have to adjust their rotation accordingly. Bump plays also try to come through on the back end of that, causing additional problems for Seton Hill. Now off the backboard, they have the same person coming across the face of the net to carry it into their defensive corner. Challenge comes through. It's bouncing back into the corner. The bump comes through. Charlie doesn't find the angle. Passing plays come through. Russ doesn't have boost. He's able to pick some up as he crosses the midfield line. He's got it out in the middle. Striker's there, and they get it into the back of the net. Waynesburg going down by 1 goal. Minute 15 left. The boys are still warming up into this series, and they're going to have to make sure they continue warming up, because this will just be the equalizer. Well, that's the equalizer. I was talking about for the series, but that too. Yeah, this is game 4. So we're to this 1-minute drill scenario. Big touch downfield. They already have a member up, but it looks like he causes one of his teammates to miss up on the follow-up. Big touch downfield. It's going to be, oh, nice defense to keep that from making contact with the backboard. Charlie tries to get something here. Russ with the follow-up challenge. Russ now going to be third man. And they're still being just as aggressive as they were at the start of the series. Striker looking for something on that back wall. That's off the back wall, and that could have been the nail in game 4. But not quite. Nice touch. Way to send it to the ground to send us to overtime. Ooh, that's dangerous. Charlie's up for it, and he finds it. Series is tied now, 2-2. One, two, three, four. Like, I'm not crazy, right? That was game 4, right? Yeah. Boo-doo. All right. Game 5. And this will decide who is in the lead for this final best of 3. Where did the music go? Yeah, sure. Oh, pretty nice shot coming out from Charlie there, right as we are back. This player looking to get a flick onto somebody. We send one to force the flick, and we're able to gather it, but the ball just as quickly goes into the hands of Waynesburg, who's just looking for these demo plays left and right. Almost gets it over him with a bounce shot. Bump still coming through, but maybe that one was benefiting us more than it actually was them. We're going to have to make it to this one, but no! Waynesburg find the first goal of game 5. just chasing players for bumps and demos now. Just not even paying attention to the ball. It's going to be Charlie's. Now Russ can turn with him upfield. This is off of the backboard. The pinch doesn't really go anywhere that we need it to go. Play is trying to do something, but he puts it into the middle. We get a demo on one of them. Russ gathers the ball, flicks it over one. Almost gets the fake onto the final defender of Waynesburg, but he's able to make contact with the ball and find the save and clear that he was looking for. Big touch off the sidewall. Blay's going to put it back up to Russ. Russ does find the touch, but it's not exactly what we were looking for. This is a similar situation to what we were trying to do earlier. Challenge bounces favorably into the center. Blazes up. Doesn't get the touch. Just no force downfield to try to put that in the net. But this one from Charlie ties up the series just before the halfway mark. Russ gets the touch off of the kickoff. And now we have Blaze trying to gather the ball. Gets it past another deep into the defensive third of Waynesburg. They've even carried it across their own net. But now they've got the upfield pass, but it's intercepted in the air before anything can develop. Striker almost getting this one past an additional defender. Charlie looking for something. The bumps didn't come through. Man, this game has been extremely physical. Russ going to have to retreat back to this boost, trying to get this ball off of our own backboard. And then as we're sitting here waiting and sorting out our rotation, the demos are still coming in for Waynesburg. Oh, not able to make contact with that one. Unlucky. Oh, I didn't even realize he was facing the other direction. We have one man on back wall. We had one man back post. That's a dangerous attempt from Striker because he could have easily scored on his own teammates there. He's going to get this boost here. They're just looking for the bumps now. Demo comes through. He's chasing another. He's chasing another. And that ball gets pinched off of the ground all the way into the Seton Hill third. And now, whew, if that hadn't have come through, if that save wasn't there, it would have probably been Waynesburg going up an additional goal with this last minute ticking across. Nice challenge from Russ. I do believe that was 2v1. Off the backboard. He should be able to center this one. It's off the backboard again. Blaze tries to go underneath, but he doesn't get the angle he was looking for. Dangerous ball bouncing. Midfield towards the Seton Hill net, but Russ deals with it fairly well. Nice pinch to keep this one out of danger as well. Just challenge after challenge from Russ going downfield, trying to do anything to get this in a scoring position. He looks like he's going for bumps, looking for anything that he can. Potentially going to get another center here, gets another pinch, needs one more challenge, and we have 10 seconds left. You have to get out of here, Russ. Now this needs to be Charlie's shot. He was there for it, but we just didn't make contact with the ball. Russ continuing this pressure. The demo comes through. The ball makes contact with the ground, and Waynesburg take game 5. All right. Waynesburg is on match point. Seton Hill have to win 2 in a row to claim this victory. If there was ever a time to lock in, it would be when you are in this position. The only way it could be worse is if you didn't have any games won in the series whatsoever. You have to win 2 back-to-back here. You know what has to be done. Ooh, who's going to be on the other end of this one? Striker gets the... Well, I mean, it didn't even register as a save, but he was there for it. Big flick with no boost comes downfield. Another flick onto the back wall, but there are multiple members of Waynesburg there to deal with it. Striker with a shot on net, and that can be followed up on, but the angle wasn't there again. The shooting has just been sloppy today. He's going to be able to steal the boost. Oh, Russ overdrives it. Instead of rotating out, Blaze tries to go for something in the air. Waynesburg steals that boost from our defensive third. Blaze going to try to do something in this 1v1, but he misreads the play and just gets touched around. Waynesburg again take the first goal of Game 6. Ooh, equalizer almost comes out, but I don't know. Something was just not great about that shot. Yeah, go demo somebody. Almost gets the touch around. The bump or demo, I couldn't tell if a bump came through, but the demo sure didn't. And that's another goal for Waynesburg. Three and a half minutes left. Seton Hill in a 2-goal deficit. Waynesburg still being just as physical as they've been the entire series. Gets another bump on a defender of Seton Hill. And you got to start thinking, like, have we made any adjustments to this? Like, we must know that those bumps are coming, and we're just not doing anything about it. Oh my gosh, boys, please somebody touch this ball. Oh. Starting to look like it's going to have to be a miraculous comeback for these boys if they're going to take us to Game 7. But we'll have to see. Charlie turns on the ball, and nobody's home at the net. I don't think Charlie was going to make it back to the net anyways, but where were we? Big touchdown field from Tarts. We're about to cross the halfway mark for this game. Striker in front of the net goes just a bit too high. Pings off the crossbar. This is getting centered, but sent right back into the corner. We're going to have to be more creative with how we're approaching this ball in our centers. Striker's able to keep this one out from in front of the net, but it doesn't change the fact that we are just playing defense. We need to start finding these scoring opportunities, or else this is just lights out. Now, luckily, they've already secured their spot in playoffs, but this is a team that's knocked out of playoffs. If you're performing like this against them, how are you going to do against the teams that are in playoffs? Get this touch, and that's the first one. Minute and a half to get 3 more. Nice pinch to keep us out of danger. Bit of fumbling though. Oh, and a very close scoring opportunity from Waynesburg. Meanwhile, the clock is still ticking down. We still need 3 more goals. We have to send everything. Not quite there. And the bumps. I mean, you probably heard him coming at the very least. Nice attempt from Tarts, but again, somebody's going to be there. Bump doesn't come through. Shot doesn't make the angle, but the follow-up there does. 27 seconds to get 2 more. It's not impossible. Tart's going to be able to grab this boost. It's off the backboard, but it's very hard. Charlie gets a big touch. He's up in the air for this. He gets it past another. We need to get it into the center. There it is. All right, 10 seconds. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's going to drain a lot of time off the clock. Blaze doesn't even make it to the back wall to get this ball where he needed it to be. Now he's going to have to make it all the way coast to coast, but it might not make it there. It just makes contact with the ground, and the series is over. It goes to Waynesburg. That will be it for tonight. I'm going to submit these scores and everything. However, we will be back next week for quarterfinals. It should be around the regular scheduled time, around 8 or 9 o'clock p.m. And I mean, that's it. We'll be in playoffs. Thank you everybody for watching.